Well, it's really nice to be here, and this is close to my home territory. I'm from Serpent River First Nation, so not too far up the road. Thank you for having us here. And unfortunately, myself, like many of us, I didn't grow up with many of our teachings, so it's really nice to be sitting with you ladies today. And I hear that you have some knowledge on the 7 grandfather teachings, so what can you tell me about them?
There was a time in our history when our people were very, very, very diseased and they were in a very dark place. And so the 7 grandfathers sent a messenger down, and he found a little boy who was pure of heart and innocent. And the 7 grandfathers asked Creator if they could bring that little boy back up and give him gifts to take back to his people to help them. So that little boy went with that messenger up into that sky world, far, far, far up into spirit. I don't know how many realms he went. And there were 7 grandfathers sitting in a circle around the fire, and each of them had a copper vessel in front of them. They went around and gave that little boy those teachings, those 7 teachings each one of them carried to take back to the people, to help his people to live that Mino Bimaadizin, that good life. And my sister, my cousin, Kim, is going to talk about wisdom.
Nabwa ka win. Wisdom.
So wisdom, it's knowledge put into practice, and it doesn't mean education, it means life experience. It means what you've learned. And when you have that knowledge, you put it into wisdom.
And love, Zagidawin.
So love, for us as a people, love has come from us. It's our love that we have for Creator, the Creator of all things. So to know love is unconditional, and it brings us peace. And when we have that, we share that. That love that we have as a people starts with our children. It's one of the things that we try to share the most with our children. It's love.
Respect.
For respect, we think about ourselves and how it grows out from there. That we learn our respect on how to treat ourselves in this vessel, this gift that we are given by Kshem. For respect, we have a buffalo. When we take an animal, we show respect by using all that animal. And that process of respect is something that needs to include all things.
Beautiful.
Bravery.
Oktahewin.
So bravery is to do what is right, no matter the consequences. You have to face the fear and do it anyway because you know it's right.
Honesty.
Wakwadewizin.
Honesty is to walk your talk. Words and actions must match. Always speak from the heart. Always have compassion. Walk your talk. Plain and simple, walk your talk.
So humility.
That's the bottom, the do-ziwin.
Humility is, it's a hard one for a lot of people, to be humble. You are no better or worse than the next person. It takes every one of us to make this community. It takes every one of us to make our nation. So if you understand that you are part of the whole, that's the main concept of humility.
So the final teaching is truth.
The buewin.
The buewin.
And truth is to know all of those other teachings. Never tell a lie, because you'll never remember the lie. You'll only remember the truth. And someday later in life, you might be called on it and you'll get caught. Tell the truth. Never lie.
They say that we carry the blood memory of 7 generations who have passed before us, and that the decisions and the knowledge that we have today, we will gift for 7 generations to come. We call them the 7 grandfather teachings now, but the reality is, 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, they weren't called the 7 grandfather teachings. They were our guiding principles, they were our laws, they were the way in which we lived. But in this world, like you said, many of us have never been given those things because the world around us kind of takes over. And so for us to be able to come and sit here today and do that together really talks to us about how far we as a community have come. So this is huge for us today.
This is.
Yeah.
It's huge for me. I mean, it's been a journey of reclamation for me, and coming home and hearing the stories from you guys here in my home territory is just it's a beautiful thing, and I'm so grateful, and I feel enriched, and I feel like I'm gonna walk away like I just ate a big meal. So thank
to our
you.
house.
Yeah, and I'll do that after. I'll be back and I'll hang out with you guys to learn more.
Right on.
So thank you so much for sharing your wisdom, and thank you for the knowledge that you're keeping in Chimigwech.
Miigwech.